am Holly Priestner. I'm the Director of Talent Acquisition at Keller Williams Realty International and a career visioning trainer. I recruit talent for John Davis, Chris Heller, and actually I recruit talent for all of you. Like you, KWRI has multiple stories to tell. We are the largest real estate company in the world, and we are recruiting professionals to work at our corporate headquarters every day. During the past few years, we have developed a robust talent strategy that has led to game-changing hires. And I've had the great fortune of extending my KWRI expertise to help some of our company's top agent teams too. As we began getting more and more questions from both agents and leaders, we began tweaking our strategy to create models and systems to help you attract talent for your business. And now we are so excited to partner with Matt top talent. Before we begin, I want to make sure that everyone on this webinar is keeping up to date about career visioning and where it's being taught in your region. If you happen to be in the Gulf states, please come see me when I teach there in July. You will love the new recruiting process. You can find all kinds of information on KW Connect, and anyone who is interested in attracting the best talent will greatly benefit from the new Keller Personality Assessment. The KPA is simple, accurate, and provides you an opportunity to be a career consultant. But now let's jump into why we're here today to talk about tapping top talent. I want you to know that this webinar is all about you, and we want to find all of the ways that we can serve you best. So if you have any questions along the way, please type them into the question box, and we'll get to as many as we possibly can. Let's start out with why is it so important to focus on talent? The cost of a bad hire is estimated to be about 5 times of that employee's salary. And 80% of turnover is from a bad hiring decision. All of you are focused on building your empires, and you do not have the time or the money to waste in making a bad hire. Searching for the right talent has actually become somewhat of a competitive sport. 74% of companies are more focused on actually sourcing. That means they are hunting for the right who instead of waiting for the who to come to them by online applications or resume submissions. And I don't blame them. We have found that 1/3 of job applicants are applying for 30 or more jobs. You do not want to be the business where applicants happen to land. You want the power to be put in your hands by learning how to hunt top talent. And this is what I call hunting unicorns. When I learned about the opportunity to present this webinar, I really struggled with what would be beneficial to share in such a short time frame. Then I realized I should start with the question that I most frequently receive, and that's the question that leads to deeper talent conversations. Where does one find talent? So today, I'm going to give you 5 helpful hints on where to search for talent. During the official program, we will dive in much deeper, but this should definitely get you started. Number 1, look at the best of the best list. You only want to be in business with the best. And more than likely, your city or a nearby city has something like a 40 under 40 list. This is a list where the 5 most talented people in a variety of professional fields are honored. Use these lists. I know you're probably thinking, there are only a few people listed that are in the real estate category. Forget about the category and go for the who and how each person could fit within your organization. It doesn't matter if they're real estate or another category, there is an opportunity for you. I'm going to share a story about something that happened at KWRI that might resonate with you and limiting beliefs that we have around the best of the best. Chris Heller sent me an email January of 2015 that said, I want someone on this list. That list was a Business Insider 30 under 30 list. I had my own limiting beliefs. I somewhat laughed and thought Chris was crazy. The list was filled with international superstars, highly sought after, all over the world. I was wrong. I did find someone on that list, and you met that person at family reunion during the state of the company. Josh Team, our new Chief Innovation Officer. Getting rid of that limiting belief has been a game changer for KWRI. And now every time I see a list from Forbes or Business Insider or the local 40 under 40 in Austin, I make it a point to get into a relationship with someone on that list, and I will tell you that my talent bench is quite shiny. NAR gives us a softball with a 30 under 30 list each year. Could someone on a 30 under 30 list be your expansion director in another city or your next buyer's agent? Think big and you will attract big talent. You also have to think these people on the list are very talented and they attract people like them. Maybe you don't have the right spot for them now, but get to know them. They are likely to help you connect with people who are looking for big opportunities, and I guarantee you, you have a big opportunity to share. During Tapping Top Talent, we will delve in further about how to connect with these stars and the conversations to have with them that will pique their interest. So the second place that you should be looking for talent is using your clients as your brand ambassadors. You're providing tremendous value to your clients and you've created a lot of loyalty. You've asked them for referrals for your business, but have you thought about using them as your brand ambassadors for talent referrals too? If they've had a good experience with your business and trust you, they will be more than happy to connect you to talent. This is a great way to add another touch to your client database. Position the message to make it about them and the people that they love. Remember, you're presenting an opportunity, you're not selling something. Moving on to number 3, your allied resources. Sorry about the slides there. We've talked about this in Recruit Select, and we're now talking about this during career visioning. How are you using your allied resources? Are you asking your lenders, title companies, stagers, and home warranty companies for talent referrals? I also want you to think differently about how to use these people. When you're working with these partners, who is giving you top customer service? Could the sales rep from your favorite home warranty company have an even bigger opportunity by being on your team? These partners could become part of your team, and if not, remember, they're a great source for talent referrals. And number 4, seize every moment as a talent moment. I cannot tell you how many people I've recruited from a chance meeting at a philanthropy event, an Uber ride, or my nephew's swim meet. Talent seriously is around every corner, and you have to be paying attention. During Tapping Top Talent, we will delve into the questions that spark the conversations that can lead to a win-win opportunity. And I must say, this really becomes addicting. Now, whenever I go to an event, I set a goal ahead of time to determine how many people that I want to meet that would fit within Keller Williams as a KWRI employee or on an agent team. And I also want to warn you, be a little bit careful. I recently lost my favorite driver to Tim Heil's team. So make sure that you don't get yourself out of a relationship with someone that's great leverage in your life. And number 5, you must be leveraging technology. Technology is a game changer for recruiting, and you must take advantage of it to be competitive. Are you using LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and Indeed for distributing job descriptions? More importantly, are you leveraging these sites for scouting talent and for telling your story? If you are not sure how to use these platforms, we will talk about best practices during Tapping Top Talent. Hang on, we have a quick question from the audience. Do you use premium accounts? That is an amazing question. So if you're not familiar with like LinkedIn, Indeed, or Glassdoor, they have amazing opportunities for free, but they also have premium accounts. So keep in mind, my one thing is attracting talent. So I do have premium accounts. That being said, I have found that very helpful in reaching people, but none of my actual hires have come through the use of my premium accounts. I have great luck using the free versions. And during the group coaching course, that's actually part of it, I will share my tips on using the free options, which have led to most of my success. And going along with this leveraging technology, you're already using social media to talk about your business. So why don't you think about including posts and tweets about your business as a best place to work? During our group coaching program, we will help you build your brand and your presence on social media and on talent technology platforms such as LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and Indeed. And I will make sure to share tips on how to maximize technology while you're on your talent search. So let's spend a couple of minutes talking about what Tapping Top Talent will entail. That's the reason you jumped on the call, is to learn more about this course. So in the very beginning, we are going to spend time focused on building a talent mindset and your talent brand that we focused on during career visioning. We will learn how big your organization can really be and why each hire is critical to your growth. This will lead to your ability to identify the next key hire. Trust me, it might not be what you think. We will define what talent means to you, and most importantly, create standards that will serve as an accountability tool as you grow your organization. I'm just as guilty as anyone else is falling in love with a candidate, but if you've written your standards and you know what's important to you, and having that accountability tool will prevent you from making a bad hire. We will also spend time discussing the talent traits that are measured in the new Keller Personality Assessment. Next, we will dive in deep on how to build your talent brand. This is so important, and it's actually a lot of fun. I'm going to share what we did at KWRI. Austin has a very, very hot job market, and it was critical to our success as the corporate headquarters to tell our story, but we had one small obstacle. We are an agent-centric company, and telling your story as the associate and the agent is our #1 thing. So we had to come up with a new talent brand, and I hope you've seen it, Life at KWRI. We had no idea what we were doing, and as Gary says, fail often and fail faster. So we benchmarked some of our favorite companies that are doing it well, and we launched Life at KWRI, first with social media, then we added a website, a book, and other collateral. Y'all, the results have been mind-blowing. It's still a work in progress, but we are receiving multiple calls a month from the talent industry asking us our secrets. And you can imagine my excitement recently when a technology vendor called to pick my brain and then said, "You are doing it better than 90% of the companies out there." And I cannot wait to share more about how we built this brand and how we can do it for you and Tapping Top Talent. We will be discussing, what is your story as a leader? What is the success story of your business? How are you using data and trends to tell your story? We'll be very focused on the audience. We've done a lot of research on who we are hiring these days, and learning what today's job seekers are looking for in a career, and more importantly, what they want from you as their leader, is a key component of Tapping Top Talent. And then, very important, how do you tell these stories in a way that captures the attention of talented people? Then we are going to spend considerable time on the actual talent hunt, that search that is going to help you build a talent bench. I was in a class about 6 months ago. John Davis was teaching, Chris Heller was sitting with me, and it was focused on talent, and they mentioned an email from Gary. Well, I did get a little paranoid since talent is my deal, and what was I missing? What that email was about was introducing us to someone on Gary Keller's bench. If you think about it, Gary hasn't made a direct hire in many, many years, but he has a bench bigger than all of ours. To me, that was motivation to make sure that my bench is huge and that everyone at KWRI and now in the field is building a deep bench too. So we are going to dig into the 5 places to look for talent that we discussed earlier during this webinar. The best of the best list, allied resources, clients, every moment as a talent moment, and technology. We're really going to zoom in on technology and leveraging technology. From telling your story to the actual hunt, you cannot be competitive without technology. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but if that's the one thing you take away from today, I hope that that resonates with you. We're also going to teach you how to build a talent referral program that works best for you. And then finally, we're going to focus on the conversations that make talent swoon. It doesn't matter if you're highly social or a bit quiet, there are tools for all of us. We will focus on the heavy questions that are great conversation starters. We will learn how to do a needs analysis for talent and learn how your business can fit those needs. We'll create a system for you to build your talent bench, including how to touch talent over time the way that you touch your clients. And then we will talk about retention. How do you keep the talent that you have worked so hard to find? Because you took time to be on today's webinar, I want to make sure that we leave you with something extremely valuable, and that is an introduction to Email Hunter. Email Hunter is a Chrome extension that provides you direct access to the world's email addresses. And the coolest thing ever is that Email Hunter is free. Visit emailhunter.co, sign up for the free version, and this little orange bullseye will show up on the right side of your Google browser. Okay, we just got another question from the audience. What do I use Email Hunter for? That's a great question, and let me give you a recent example. Austin just had their 40 under 40 celebration. So again, going back to that best of the best list, there was someone I absolutely wanted to know on that list, and I knew, I did a quick search and we didn't have any mutual connections on social media. And so I figured out their email address by using Email Hunter. I typed in their name and where they work, their email came up, and I shot them an email. I had a successful introduction, and that only took me a couple minutes, where there's been times where I've spent 60 or 90 minutes trying to hunt down someone's email address. So now I use Email Hunter before I use any other search or any other tool with a search. I saved a ton of hours, and I found that I have an accuracy rate of about 85% when using Email Hunter. So hopefully this will add value to both your business and your talent search. So let's talk quickly about Tapping Top Talent. We are super excited to launch this on July 11th at 11:30 a.m. It'll be a 4-week class, so that's 4 one-hour webinars. We will be recording them, so if you miss a call or you want to go back and listen to what we discussed, that is accessible for you. There will be homework, so we will be having you do during the course of the class the things that I've mentioned before, so that when you have finished, you are ready to conquer all of your talent strategy. The price is $139, or as Maps has taught me to say, this is a $139 investment in your business. I'm very, very passionate about talent, and my goal is to make Keller Williams the #1 talent organization in the world. And so this information is hopefully helpful for you. And I would ask, if you know other people that are hiring, to please share this information with them as well. We would love your referrals. Now, what questions do you have? You've done a good job of popping some questions during the actual conversation. But if you would like to raise your hand on the dashboard or type a question in, we would love to hear from you. Thanks, Ken. The classes are at 11:30 a.m. and they are 4 weeks in a row. Okay, we got another question about what about CV and the KPA will be incorporated. So we will be taking some of the core concepts of career visioning and diving in deep. And so part of that is how you are telling your story to attract top talent and creating those standards. And then, as I mentioned, we will be talking about the talent traits that are mentioned in the KPA or measured in the KPA. That being said, I want to be very, very clear. If you're hiring this year, CV is a must on your growth plan. So don't take this as an alternative. Take this as an enhancement to learning that CV process. Any more questions? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today. I hope that you found amazing value from this, and register for Tapping Top Talent. It's on the Maps Group Coaching webpage, and I see there's a short URL on this slide. Hope to talk to you in a couple of weeks. And again, my Holly Priestner, if you need anything, you can reach out to me via email at KWRI at any time. I am here for you and I work for you. Have a great week.